Sairam students, how are you all? I hope you all are fit and fine, keeping good at home.
Yes,
Yes?
ma'am, we are fine.
Yeah, great to hear that. Now, welcome to English class. Are you ready for today's class?
Yes, ma'am, we are ready.
So, see, children, as we were discussing grammar portion, right? We have seen kinds of noun. We have done lots of worksheet on it. So today also we'll see that video which was not played yesterday, right? Because it's very important. As we have learned all these, we have seen all the examples of nouns, different kinds of noun, done worksheet also. So you will be able to understand it more better, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
before starting our class, we'll do Omkaram thrice. Please join your hands, close your eyes, and let's chant Omkar thrice. Om. 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 Sairam children, please present my scene first.
Saira, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah, can you see the screen now?
Yes, ma'am, I can see it.
Right. So I'm going to play a video, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it audible, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. No, it's not that one. Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, right. This one.
I would like some more milk and biscuits, Mom. How many biscuits would you like?
You
Two
can put your
biscuits,
mic on off, right? Yeah. Okay.
please. And how much milk? Just a little milk will do, Mom.
I'm just rewinding it. You can hear it from the beginning again. Yeah. One evening at Sunny's house. Let's see what's happening there.
I would like some more milk and biscuits, Mom. How many biscuits would you like? Two biscuits, please.
So see children here, when he asked for biscuits, this Sunny boy, he asked for biscuits. So what mother asked, how many? As we had seen and we had discussed yesterday only, for countable nouns we use how many, and for uncountable we use how much, right? So she is asking as we can count biscuits. So mother is asking how many biscuits would you like to have? So he said two biscuits, right? Let's see for milk what he's saying. Listen it carefully, children.
And how much milk? Just a little milk will do, Mom.
Yes, so we cannot say two milk or three milk or five milk. So it's what he said. He said a little milk, right?
Did you notice that the mother used the phrase how many for biscuits and how much for milk? Similarly, the son used a specific number to quantify biscuits and the word little to quantify milk. That's because the noun biscuits can be counted, whereas the noun milk cannot be counted. In general, nouns can be classified as countable or uncountable. Let's learn about these two types of nouns.
Okay, so let's see what are countable and uncountable nouns.
Let's learn the rules for classifying a noun as countable or uncountable.
So we have some rules, children, right? So we have to see what are the rules for uncountable and countable. Okay.
Countable nouns are nouns that can be counted.
So first thing is we can count the countable nouns. We
For
can count them.
example, you can count the number of tomatoes here. So the noun tomatoes is a countable noun.
Yes.
Countable nouns are generally used with the question phrase how many. For example, how many tomatoes are in the box? Here are a few examples of countable nouns. Notice that you can add the question phrase how many before each of these to get a logical answer. As countable nouns can be counted, they generally have singular and plural forms.
So here I want to show this part. Yeah, this one.
As countable
1 minute.
that you can add the question phrase how many.
Yes, this part. See, they have given example of cats, boxes, candy, sheep, right? So how many cats? We cannot say how much cats are there. So the nouns which we can count, what question we can use? We can use how many to get logical answer, right? To correct answer, to get correct answer. So how many cats do you have? How many boxes have been damaged? How many candies did you buy? And how many sheep did you see? Right? So let's see what further.
Before each of these to get a logical answer. As countable nouns can be counted, they generally have singular and plural.
Yes, this is very important, children. So we can identify any noun if they have singular and plural. So generally they are in both forms. We can see cat and cats, box, boxes. Yes, one day you are asking about star, so we know we have singulars. For one star we say star, and for many we say stars. If we have both forms, singular and plural both, so it means it is a countable noun. It means it shows that we can count them. If it is one, we say something else, the singular form, like candy. If many are there, many candies are there, then we say candies. For example, water. So water you cannot count. So can you say waters? No. It's water only, right? For singular also, for plural also. It's common. It doesn't have singular and plural form. So here we can learn and we can understand it. Countable nouns have both forms, singular as well as plural form. So these 2 points are very important. First is how many, the question phrase, and second is singular and plural form, right? Okay, let's see further.
Forms.
Okay.
You can use articles a and with singular countable nouns and
So we have learned articles also. That's why I discussed you earlier before showing this video. So you know now what are articles. A and the. A and an are indefinite and the is definite article, right? So we can use any article here, right? We can use a or an or the, may be used with countable nouns, right? So with countable nouns, we can use any one of them.
article the with singular as well as plural countable nouns. So you can say, I am looking for a house, or we are riding an elephant, or the parrots on a tree.
Here, see, house, we can count house, it's a countable noun. Elephant, again, it's a countable noun. Tree and parrots, again, they are countable noun. So they have used an article a house, right? An elephant because elephant starts with vowel sound, and the tree because a tree may be the known tree. We were talking, they talked it earlier, they mentioned it earlier, as we have seen when where we use the article, right? The parrots, the tree. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
good. Okay, let's see further. So here we know that we can use any article with countable nouns. We any one of them, right? Three are there, so any one of them. Okay.
Specific words and phrases may be used with countable nouns to express quantity. For example, Nouns may be used with countable nouns to express quantity.
So first, what we use specific words or specific phrases to show to represent countable noun to express the quantity, right? How many are there? So for example, we can count plates, so it's a countable noun. So we can say one plate, two plate. So these we can represent with numbers also, any number. Let's see further.
Similarly, many, a few, or a number of, as well as each or every may be used.
So these are other phrases we use to express the quantity of countable nouns. See, children, we can use countable noun bottles here. So if so many are there and we don't want to count somehow, so we say many bottles are kept there. Okay, a number of folks. Suppose we have not counted folks, but it can be counted. These are countable nouns. So we can say a number of folk. Every book. Many books are there. We say every book is covered. Right now a few bowls. We can say these are some special phrases where we use to represent countable nouns. Each child has finished their homework or something like that, right? Okay, let's see further. What says next?
Common and collective nouns are generally countable. The noun tomatoes, which is countable, is also a common noun. Most common nouns are countable.
So common nouns are generally mostly they are countable. Okay. Any common noun like we say phone, we say house, we say tree, parrots. Generally they are countable here. And collective nouns also they are generally countable. Okay. For example, tomatoes they have given.
Similarly, collective nouns are countable. For instance, a bunch of grapes, which is a collective noun, is also countable.
Okay.
Here are a few examples of common nouns and collective nouns that are
So few examples are given here. 5 desks, 8 brushes, a few pens. Now collective nouns example which are countable. 2 packs of dogs, a few decks of cards, many bouquets of flowers. Right? So they both are generally countable.
countable. Uncountable
Now
nouns
it's
are
about
nouns
uncountable.
that cannot be counted.
So first basic thing, uncountable are means that cannot be countables. Those names of anything are known as uncountable now.
For example, you cannot count water.
Yes.
Therefore, water is an uncountable noun. Uncountable nouns answer the question, how much? For example, how much water is there in the bottle?
So,
As water is an uncountable noun, the question phrase, how much, is used instead of how many.
so we use how much for uncountable nouns.
Unlike countable nouns, uncountable nouns have only singular forms.
So see, we have seen in countable nouns, children, we can see both the forms, singular as well as plurals, right? But here in uncountable noun, we have only singular forms.
Here are some examples of uncountable nouns. Note how none of them have a plural form.
So none of them have plural form. We can't say rices, milks, musics, waters, right?
Yes, ma'am.
People's, children's. We don't say like this, right? Okay. Let's see further.
Articles a and an are not used with uncountable nouns. However, the may be used when referring to a specific item.
So here, children, this is the important thing. A and an are not used before uncountable nouns. We can use the in some cases when it is referring to special things, specific things.
Here are some examples that show that a and an are not used with uncountable nouns.
Okay, let's read the example here. I need to buy a milk. We don't say a milk. I need to buy milk because we know milk is uncountable noun. So we'll not use a or an. Either will not use, right? So an honesty is the best policy. We will not say like this. This is a
Ma'am, for milk packet, we can say, ma'am,
yes,
because one packet.
packet we can say definitely. We can say packet. Glass of milk we can say one glass of milk, two glass of milk, one packets of milk we can say. But for milk will not because glass you can count, packets you can count, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Okay. And here I do not want to sell the gold my mother gifted me. So it's a special gold which her mother or his mother gifted. So this is a specific one. So we have used the here, but we'll not use a or an before any uncountable noun, right? So remember this point. Okay.
While the may be used.
Let's see
As
next.
uncountable nouns do not have plural forms, specific words and phrases are often used to express quantity. For example, much, little, any, or some may be used.
So see here, children, we have specific word to represent uncountable nouns also, like much, like how we ask how much happy you are today. So happiness is again something which you cannot count. So it's or we can say excitement here. So it's represented with much. So we can use some specific words like much, little. Few examples are given here. Any, some. Like, is there any juice left? So juice again, it's a not uncounted, right? It's uncountable. If we'll say a glass of juice, then it is accounted, right? So this little difference is there that you have to keep in mind. Okay.
Used to express quantity
So these are words used to
of
express
a
quantity.
unit of measurement or specific words or phrases may be used with uncountable nouns to express quantity.
So here, 500 grams of butter. So we use specific words, special words, or to express quantity for uncountable nouns. So for example, butter. So how much butter? 500 gram of butter. But if we say slice of butter, then again it can be counted. One slice of butter, two slices of butter, right? Now here two cans of diesel. So diesel again it's an uncountable liquid, right? So here what we use two cans of liquid. So can two cans or three cans or four cans. This will express the quantity of uncountable nouns. Now two bowls of soup, right? Three bottles of water, 5 cup of milk, like that.
Material nouns and abstract nouns are uncountable.
So see children, we have already learned material noun, abstract noun. So material noun, which is made a thing which is made up of something. Like I gave the example, this is a gold pin, right? So it is made up of gold material. Suppose a bed, which is made up of wood, right? And an abstract thing which you cannot perceive with your five senses, but you know that is there in your mind or somewhere else, like happiness, excitement, bravery, like that. So these two again are uncountable nouns. So let's see how.
For instance, water, which is a material noun, is also an uncountable noun.
So water again it is made up of hydrogen and oxygen that you are going to learn in bigger higher classes children. So it's a material. That's it you have to understand now in this class. So it's a material. It is made up of something. So it is again uncountable now.
Similarly, abstract nouns are uncountable.
Yeah, here's nervousness, happiness, excitement. So there was much nervousness amongst the students for upcoming exams. So you must have seen you get nervous before exams, right? So what is that? How you will express? You will express this with the term, with the word much. This is a specific word we use to refer to express uncountable nouns. And nervousness is the thing that you cannot see it anywhere. It's somewhere inside us, right? So it's a uncountable. It's an abstract noun which is uncountable noun as well. Okay.
Here are some examples of material nouns and abstract nouns that are uncountable.
So see here some examples of material noun: aluminium, petrol, wood. Now abstract noun: fun, ugliness, honesty, bravery, happiness, excitement, many, right? We have already discussed these. So there are few examples given here. Now let's
Some
see rule
nouns can
number
be
9.
treated as both countable and uncountable based on usage.
So some nouns are there which is in both. We use them as a countable. They are treated as countable also. They are treated as uncountable also. That is also depends on their usage, right? How we are using in our sentence or in our dialogue, right? So let's see.
Here are some examples where a noun is treated as countable or uncountable based on usage.
So see here. Try the different kinds of Italian cheeses available. So here Italian cheeses, they are countable here. They are saying this is a countable noun here. But here you can see buy cheese for pizza here. So Italian cheese, it's a specific one. So it's a countable here. It's saying, and now here some common general cheese. So it's uncountable. We measure it in a quantity, right? Next example is my friend bought a couple of sculptures from the exhibition. Sculpture means some murti, some uh, where from he has bought. He has bought from a exhibition. So it's a countable noun.
And
It's a
the
specific.
same word can be countable and uncountable.
Yes,
Two things.
same can be uncountable and countable, but depends on their usage. That was it said earlier. Depends how you are using it. So here they are saying it cheese same here and here, but it's saying Italian cheese available. So Italian cheese it can be counted here. It's a countable noun, but it's a by cheese common any no specific cheese, so it's a uncountable. For example, sculpture. So it's a couple of sculpture from the exhibition, from specific exhibition maybe. So they are saying they can be treated as both countable as well as uncountable. My father is an expert on ancient Indian sculpture. Let's see further. Yeah, it's that only. Let's see for more.
Let's see how countable and uncountable nouns are used in everyday conversations.
Yes, let's see the few more examples in our daily conversation.
I am going to bake a cake today.
So our cake, right? Our cake can be countable here. Article I is used, it means a countable because it does not, we do not use a or an before uncountable noun. So if a is there, then you can say it's a countable noun, right? Let's see further. You will
Let's
understand.
see what ingredients I have here. A batch of eggs, milk, oil, flour, baking powder, sugar, and vanilla.
So see here, it's a collective noun, a batch of eggs, right? Milk, uncountable, oil uncountable, flour uncountable, baking powder, sugar, vanilla uncountable. So these are the ingredients. Let's see more. Yes, so these were the collective nouns here. Generally it's a countable noun as we have seen already, and now they are uncountable nouns. And here you can see here we have used article A, right? And here we do not use any article. So it's you can identify like this also. If we have used a or an, it may be it shows that it is a countable noun. But before uncountable nouns we are not supposed to use a or an. Only in for special cases, for specific examples we can use the, right? Okay.
Oh, a few eggs are broken. Anyway, we don't need many eggs. Just 3 eggs will do.
So see, words expressing quantities few such as few, here few eggs are broken. And many, like we don't need many eggs, or specific number may be used with countable nouns. So these are the words we are using here for countable nouns. As you know, eggs are countable. We say, we know for countable nouns we have singular as well as plural form, right? So egg, for one egg we use egg, and for plurals we say eggs. So it's a countable noun here, and we these are the words which are expressing it. Few, many, three, they are expressing the countable nouns here.
Now, where did I put the bowls? Ah, here is a bowl for the eggs.
So here is a bowl for the eggs. Countable nouns generally have singular as well as plural forms. That I told you just now. So it's a bowls here, and here it's a bowl. So it means it's a countable noun. We have both the forms, and we use article a or the before countable nouns. Right. So these are the application, basically what we have just
First,
discussed.
I have to mix 200 grams of sugar with the eggs.
So sugar, it's an uncountable noun, yes, and it can be measured in quantity like 200 grams, right? So unit of measurements may be used with uncountable nouns. So this is how we represent uncountable nouns. We do not say 1 sugar, 2 sugar, 10 sugar. We say some quantity, and that is what it shows. It is an uncountable noun.
Next, I add 2.5 cups of flour and a cup of milk and beat for a few minutes.
So here again, it's uncountable noun, and we are expressing with, how we are expressing a unit of measurement. So for flour, like wheat flour, whatever your flour you are using here, so we can measure with 2.5, with some, some quantity, some measurement quantity, units you are expressing. And here a cup of milk, a few minutes, right? So these all are, and minutes here. Minutes, it's countable, as we can say 1 minute, 60 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever minutes. So it's a few minutes. So a few is used, few is used for countable, and here some quantity is used for, some unit is used for showing, expressing uncountable nouns. Okay.
Now, I add 3/4 cups of oil and 2 teaspoons of baking powder.
So here this is the application part, children. You can see here some oil he is used, okay, while making the cake, right? So what will say how much oil, will not say one oil, two oil, will not express in numbers, will express in some units, that is 3/4 cup. And here baking powder again, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So these two are uncountable nouns, and this is how we show them with some unit, measurement units.
Finally, let's add a little vanilla and beat the mixture for some time.
So see here, children, vanilla. Again, it's an uncountable noun. So here we have used a little vanilla, right? It's a phrase. A little vanilla may be used for for uncountable nouns, right? For a little, and here the. So it's a mixture. Mixture. So mixture. It is again a word which is showing an uncountable noun, right? But we can use the, because it's showing us a special mixture here. He has used some flour, some vanilla, some something, right? So it's a special mixture. So it shows something special. So we are using the, and we can use the in uncountable nouns, before uncountable nouns, when it is a special or specific thing. Okay. Now here time. Time is not countable. See, we can say minutes it's countable, second it's countable, but time is not countable, right? The word time means it's uncountable. It can be uncounted and unlimited, right? So it's, we use some for time. Some time, I need some time. You also say in class, I need some time to finish my work, ma'am. Please give me more time, right? Okay.
Now, let's grease some cake pans.
So mixture is ready here.
Then, I pour some batter into each cake pan.
So here cake pan. This is a pan, right? You can count that. So it's a sum we have used here for showing it, for expressing countable nouns here, and each may be used. So sum and each may be used for the countable nouns. And but here again you can see some better. So it's uncountable. So we can express this sum for countable as well as now uncountable nouns, right? So here this sum is expressing some quantity, but here this sum is saying about quantity only, but the cake pans. Okay, so it's a countable noun here. Cake pans you can count it, better you cannot count it. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So it's a long video as I said yesterday. But we have discussed.
Finally, I put the cake pans in the oven.
Okay,
Then
so cake
I
is
let
ready
the
finally.
batter bake for 30 minutes.
So here again, cake pans, we have seen it. It's a countable noun. He has used the here because it's a specific one. Okay, it's already mentioned. It's likewise we have used the here. And the oven. Again, it's a specific one, specific item we were talking about. So the oven will use. Now the better. Here why he has used the better for uncountable. Yeah, 1 minute. Like here
And
you
that is a special mixture. So,
yeah, it's a special mixture, the better. Very good. Now bake for 30 minutes. So minutes, as I said, minutes, second, it will hour, the 1 hour, 2 hour, these are the countable. But if we'll say time, so it's a uncountable. So it's a 30 minutes. So countable nouns have plural forms and specific numbers may be used with them. So 30, these are the numbers 1, 2, 30, 40, right? And minute, 1 minute we say minute. But for plural, what is there? It's minutes. So we can identify countable nouns by seeing its singular form or plural form. If it is in plural form, then definitely it's a countable one. If we have used a or n, definitely it is a countable one. And the we can use for uncountable in specific term, right? So I think this is too much for you today.
Now, let's stick in a
Let's
fork and
see
see
if
if it
cake is
comes
ready
out
or not.
clean.
So here a fork. It's a countable again. We can count fork. So we have used a here, a article here, right?
The cakes are ready. They look delicious. I can't wait to have some cake.
So see children, we have seen the applications of an uncountable and countable nouns while making this video, while making this cake here, right? So now cakes here, some nouns may be countable as well as uncountable we have seen at the end. So cakes can be countable or uncountable. They look delicious. I can't wait to have some cake. So it's a depends on your usage, right? So these were, let's see what else.
Isn't baking fun?
Yes, very.
Next time, I will show you how to bake different types of breads.
I'm sure after seeing this video, you are going
You
to
don't
bake
need to have
cake.
great expertise to bake. All you need is patience
yes,
and the
ma'am.
willingness to try.
Yes, patience and willingness is required to do any work, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So these three are expertise, patience, willingness are uncountable nouns, right?
Let's practice what you've learned about countable and uncountable nouns.
Okay, let's practice quickly.
Classify each noun as countable or uncountable. Click each word and click the countable or uncountable box. Once you have classified all the nouns, click Submit. Identify whether the highlighted noun in each sentence
1 minute.
classify each noun as countable or uncountable. Click each word and click the countable or uncountable box.
Can you see the
Once
words?
you have classified all the nouns, click Submit.
Yes, ma'am.
Where are the words? I can't see it. Let me
Ma'am, it
see.
was coming before, ma'am.
Okay.
Identify
But this is the
whether
next
the
question, no?
highlighted noun in each sentence. Classify each noun as countable or uncountable. Click
Ma'am,
each
ma'am,
and
I
click.
One
think
minute.
you have to touch the word first and then the box.
But where are the words? That's what I'm asking. I can't see any words here.
Ma'am, the
Can you
previous
see?
time when you were showing, ma'am, few seconds back.
That was the second question. The underlined one, no? You are saying?
Yes, ma'am.
That is the second question actually. Okay, let's do the second one only. Okay, so see, children, suppose some examples are given here. You can take any examples like children, boy, girl, cup, plate, as we have seen in the video, and we can put them and we can separate, identify them whether it is accountable or uncountable, and we can put them in a specific or particular column. If it is accountable, we'll put in this column. If it is uncountable, we are going to put this in this column, right? So likewise, we can do this activity because words are not here. I can't see the words here. So we'll do the second question.
Identify whether the highlighted noun in each sentence is countable or uncountable. For each highlighted noun, select countable or uncountable from the drop-down list. Once you have classified all the nouns, click Submit.
So see, children, there here we can see five sentences, right? In the first, and we can see the underlined words also. So we have to identify whether it is countable or uncountable, right? So how we'll do? We can just click them and we can see the. Sorry. Okay, I have to log in again, I think, because my time is expired. Let's see if it is coming. Otherwise, yeah, 1 minute. It's a long video actually. It was a long video. Not reader. Oh no. So see, children. Okay, I'll share the worksheet with you in the next video because it's too long now. Okay. So we'll end today.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll come back to you now. Just a minute. I hope by seeing this video, it is more clear with you. Now you have understood it better.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Right? So it was a long video, the time was expired actually. So I'll share the worksheets with you in the next video as we have already done many worksheets based on nouns, right? So I hope you
Yes,
have enjoyed the video, you have understood it better and you like the class.
yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay.
Baking the cake was very nice.
Yeah, and we have learned one thing, that is baking cake. And next video, he was promised that he'll teach how to bake breads, right? So see, we have learned two things together simultaneously: grammar as well as baking also. So isn't it fun?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So at the end, children, we'll do Shanti part. Please join your hands. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sai Ram. Take care, children. We'll meet in the next video.
Sairam, ma'am. Thank you,
Sai
ma'am.
Ram. Thank you.